Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Jennifer's Tale, My Life as a Crossdresser. I, of course, am Jennifer, and I want to welcome those of you who are watching this as a YouTube video. I hope if you're new to this podcast that if you're a crossdresser or trans or a friend of those categories, I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope you get something out of it, maybe something you can relate to. And I hope you will like and subscribe to this channel and watch previous episodes and future episodes. If you're listening to this podcast, whether it be on iTunes or Spotify, I hope, once again, you enjoy what you're about to hear. I hope you will subscribe to my podcast wherever you download your favorite podcast. And I hope either way, whether it be YouTube or audio, please give me some feedback. I would love to hear comments. You can always send me an email at jenniferstalepodcast@gmail.com. I always respond to emails. If you leave comments on YouTube, I'll always respond to those. And if you leave comments on audio on iTunes or whatever, I'll respond to those as well. This episode is something I think is a little bit special. It's something I think a lot of crossdressers don't really want to talk about. I've been kind of dodging around the topic, but after talking to some friends of mine and thinking about it long and hard for a couple weeks now, this episode is going to be entitled My Feminine Desires. Now, I think a lot of crossdressers are like me that when they first tried on an article of women's clothing, several things happened. One, it was a sexual thrill. It was a big turn on. I know the first time I put on a pair of my mom's pantyhose, I was a young teenage boy, and it was a sexual thrill. But as time went on and I did this more and more, I kind of discovered that I felt more, there's more to it than just a sexual turn on. I had this feminine side that wanted to do more than just put on pantyhose. I wanted to go the whole enchilada. I wanted to totally dress up head to toe and be a woman from time to time. Well, I guess kind of around that time too, I started becoming interested in girls. And one of the things I noticed as I became interested in girls, I had mixed messages within myself about that. Attractive girls that I went to school with, there were times that I found them attractive and that I wish I had the courage to ask them out. I wish I had the nerve. I never dated in high school because I was too chicken. I was too scared. I was too shy. But also at the same time, when I would see an attractive girl in school, there was just as many times that I thought, I wish I could be her, or I wish I could look like her. Oh, she has nice breasts. I wish I had those. Oh, look at her hair. Her hair is great. I wish I had hair that looked like that. I didn't really have the feelings like I wanted to totally transition and I was in the wrong body, but I did have those feelings that I wanted to be the beautiful girl that I saw. Now, as I got older and my cross-dressing progressed, I started dressing up more. I started becoming, doing more makeup and stuff. And I guess kind of one of my goals when I started dressing is I had a picture in my head of what I considered the ultimate pretty woman. The girl that if I was going to date a girl, this is the girl that I wanted to date. This is who I thought was the most attractive woman on the planet. And I kind of went that direction as far as my dressing goes. And I think a lot of other cross-dressers and other girls are probably that same way. Not only do you want to dress, attractive or sexy or looking good, but you kind of have a mental picture of, what you consider the ultimate in femininity is or the ultimate woman is. And I think a lot of girls out there will try their best to try to emulate what they see other women to look like. That's why you see how I look right now. To me, this is, I think I'm an attractive woman, and if I saw an actual biological woman who looked like me, I would find them attractive. I would be very attracted to the fact that she had big boobs. I would be attracted to the fact she has pretty nice hair. She's showing legs in a short skirt. that's what I found attractive as a guy. And so that's what I tried to be, or even now try to be, as Jennifer. Now, part of the reason that I do that is, like I said, I'm trying to emulate the beautiful woman that I would be attracted to. But also, think if I'm attracted to a woman that looks like this, there's got to be other guys out there that are attracted to a woman who looks like this. Now, I've talked to many cross-dressers who say they're heterosexual, they may be married, they may have a girlfriend, and they're not attracted to guys. But there are quite a few girls out there that when they dress up, they are like me, that they find if a guy glances at them or smiles at them or says hi, you know, any kind of thing to show that the guy's attracted to you, then that is kind of a good expression, or it gives you a good feeling. It makes you feel like you're doing something right. It gives you a feeling of validation and femininity that I'm looking like a woman and there is a heterosexual guy who finds me attractive. And that can be a sexual turn on. It can just be validation for you as a cross-dresser or as a trans woman. You know, having somebody from a male perspective finds you attractive, it's a plus. It's validation. Like I said, it gives you that good feeling. It gives you that happy feeling that you're doing something right. And that's how I felt when I really started dressing, trying to get that feeling, getting guys to be attracted to me. And so that's why I would wear a short skirt, or I would wear high heels, or I would, do what I could to try to dress sexy in hopes that I would get a guy to notice me, to smile at me, whistle at me, whatever. And even to this day, that's still the case. I still go out hoping that a guy will find me attractive, will find me pretty enough to smile at me, maybe hold the door open for me or something like that. But as time has gone on, I've kind of had more feelings than that. I've thought, even as far back as the early 2000s when I was dressing, I started wondering if that feeling that I get if a guy smiles at me, if a guy found me attractive enough to want to be with me physically and have sex with me, would that be like the ultimate high for me? Would that be the ultimate validation of being a cross-dresser or dressing up as a woman? And if a guy found me so attractive and so physically pretty and beautiful and sexy that he would want to be with me in an intimate situation. I'm trying to keep this as PG as I possibly can. And I was thinking about that even up to the point where I got together with my wife and we got married, and I kind of put everything on hold, and I kind of left it that way. I still had those feelings and those thoughts even though I wasn't dressing at the time. But about 3 years ago, I had the opportunity, probably not the best thing in the whole wide world, but I did have an opportunity one night when I was out, when my family was gone away for the weekend. I went out as Jennifer, and I actually had somebody that I met online, and we met at a casino, and we had a really fun evening together. And as we had, got to know each other and chatted and stuff, this person started kind of coming on to me and telling me that they found me really attractive, and it made me feel very feminine, very sexy, very much a woman. I'm sure that there's biological women out there who are watching or listening to this who know and can attest to the fact that if a guy finds you attractive to the point where they're complimenting you and telling you how sexy they are, it stirs up those hormones in you, and it makes you feel very special and very sexy and very beautiful, and you want that to continue. Now, like I said, we were at the casino, we were enjoying each other's company, and this person was hitting on me. asking to touch my leg, complimenting my cleavage, telling me I was very pretty. And by the end of the night, we had an intimate meeting in that person's car. At which point, I gave that person oral sex. And the reason I'm telling you that is because once that happened within me, it totally changed my mindset 3 years ago, and that hasn't really left me. Once that happened, it gave me kind of a high. It gave me validation that I am a sexy woman. Somebody wanted me to perform oral sex on them. And it gave my feminine side that, congratulations, you've made it. You are a woman, at least to this point. And ever since then, it's kind of changed how I've thought about things. In the span of 2 years since then, or a year ago from today, I said I was bisexual because I did have that experience, and I wasn't repulsed by it. In fact, quite opposite. I really, really enjoyed it. But I also have sex with women, so I must be bisexual. Now, going back to the early 2000s, there was a couple times where I had the opportunity to do kind of the same thing, but I always chickened out. And looking back on that, I kind of wondered to myself, did I chicken out because I was afraid of what might happen, or how is it more about how I might feel? And would it be confirmation to me that I'm gay? Because at that point I wasn't dating any girls, or that I'm bi. It makes me wonder, if I would have went through it back then, what would have happened? Because now, the more I think about it, the more I try to become more honest with myself, the more I think, here's kind of where I stand. I am not trans, as far as most people's definition of trans is. I don't feel like I'm a woman trapped in a man's body. I feel like I don't want to have surgery. I don't want to become Jennifer full time, but I do enjoy being Jennifer whenever I have the chance. Whether it's once a week, twice a week, whenever I can. I enjoy dressing up, looking pretty, looking sexy, and being a woman. However, the more I think about that sexual experience that I had 3 years ago, the more I find myself desiring to have something like that again. The more I want to have an intimate moment or an intimate relationship with a guy. I would love to have a man confirm how I feel about myself, that I am an attractive woman, and have that guy show me how attractive he finds me. I would love to have it go beyond just oral sex and have it actually go all the way. And I'm also kind of at a point where I don't think I can actually, I'm on the verge of saying maybe as far as bisexual goes, or the sexual spectrum, I think I might be leaning more towards the gay side, since I am male and I'm attracted to guys. I'm attracted to guys more than women as far as private parts go. Even since my first relationship with a woman, I was never attracted to a woman's reproductive bits. It just wasn't for me. But now as I think back on it, even when I was 16, 17 years old in high school and in the boys' locker room changing for PE and seeing a male penis for the first time that wasn't my own, I wasn't repulsed by it. The more I think about it, the more I think I was intrigued by it. But maybe I was so afraid of saying that I was gay or that I was attracted to guys that I just kind of blocked that out. And I think a lot of you girls out there may be along those lines. I've talked to several cross-dressers who are attracted to either other cross-dressers sexually, or even other cross-dressers who are like me that are attracted to guys, at least when you're dressed up as a woman, because having that guy give you that validation makes you feel good. So all in all in this episode, I guess I want to say that I'm not sure what my future is going to hold. I will say right now that as far as if I want to be totally honest about myself, I've really discovered that I've been attracted to guys more as of late than women, or even my wife, unfortunately. I find myself looking at guys, especially, handsome, sexy, well-built ones, and thinking about what could happen if the two of us got together. And I think in order to totally validate or figure out where I am on this spectrum, I feel like I almost have to have a sexual experience with a guy in some fashion. I need to go all the way with a guy just to know how I'm going to feel coming out of it. Am I going to feel like this is how I was supposed to be? Is this how I should have been? Is this what I should have been enjoying my whole life? Or is it just something that, as Jennifer, I want to have that feeling, that good feeling I get from having a guy kiss me and, touch me and feel me up and go from there? Is that just enough for me? Or do I want to be able to, as I have said in text to people, I want to have the feeling a woman has. I want to have a guy make me feel like a woman completely. And I think there's a lot of girls out there who are in my shoes and feel the exact same way. And if you are one of those, or however you feel about your sexuality, I would love to hear from you. I think this is a topic that is very important to cross-dressers, to trans girls. I know I have friends that cover the whole spectrum. I have a trans friend that is attracted to women. I have trans friends attracted to men. I have cross-dressers who are attracted to other cross-dressers. We're all different out there, and I think that I would like to hear from others, especially if you feel the way I do. Maybe you can help me figure out myself. So I hope you will listen to this episode or watch this episode and digest it. And please leave comments. Send me an email at jenniferstalepodcast@gmail.com. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. And this definitely isn't going to be a topic that I'm just going to leave and not talk about again. It's definitely something that as time goes on, I'll be figuring myself out and figuring out where I stand, and hopefully I'll help you out there as well. So until next time, this is Jennifer saying hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.